And then all of a sudden it was like, bam! And like my hat was like blowing across the street. I'm on the ground. Like it took me out. I was literally on the ground. And I'm like, did I just get hit by a car?
Hard times can either make you better or bitter.
Yes.
And the bitter people, I don't even want to spend any time around them. People whose shit makes them better, I love those people.
And I found out that he actually was being debarred for getting DUIs and sexually assaulting his clients.
Okay.
During my trial and all that.
Rock bottom is like the ultimate motivator.
I was the front line. Like if you're talking Normandy, I was the front bitch.
Right.
Every day.
And you had no one to represent you?
No, the people I paid to represent me also stood behind me. Welcome back to Mic It Loud. I'm Brittany Racine, and today we are really switching it up for you. I am actually going to be taking the hot seat, and with me is one of my good friends, Krista Willerick, and she is going to be interviewing me on whatever she wants to talk about. This one actually makes me the most nervous because she was the one that was completely in control of where we went, what we talked about. This is a great opportunity for you to get to know me better as you listened through all these other podcast episodes. I feel super, super vulnerable. I really thought that she was going to talk to me about my journey to rock bottom and how to crawl out of that, which we did get into, but she really wanted to get the background info of who I am before rock bottom and building back and just all the other things that I talk about in all these other episodes. The intention of this podcast is to inspire the listeners and give people a space to talk about their story and be heard and feel seen. If you are watching the video version, my dogs are amazing in this episode.
Okay, so today I am flipping the mic, and now you are the one in the hot seat, even though this is your podcast, right? Mm-hmm. So it's all about you today. I have so many questions.
Nothing's off limits.
First of all, I feel like I should explain how we know each other.
Yeah.
So we met at church. Mm-hmm. We were in the same small group, a 20s, 30s small group.
What year was that? Ridge was born, but I don't think Sut was born yet.
No, he definitely wasn't. You were pregnant with him. This was my introduction to you in the group. So you told a story about you were in college. I think you guys were going out for the night, and a parking gate fell on your head.
Wait, was this the first day of the class?
It might have been. This is my first impression of you, and you're hysterically laughing. You're pregnant at the time, telling this story, and it was just giving like just a happy person to be around. Like you clearly had the time of your life in college.
Getting knocked out by a parking gate.
Which is
it a
hilarious.
gate? What is that thing?
Yeah, the arm.
I actually thought, I'm like, did I just get hit by a car? Like, I didn't know I was standing under it. So we like parked the car and we were trying to figure out which way the bar was because we were kind of like turned around where we parked. So I'm like, oh, is it this way or is it this way? And then all of a sudden it was like, bam! And like my hat was like blowing across the street. I'm on the ground. Like it took me out. I was literally on the ground. Right. And I'm like, did I just get hit by a car? And it wasn't like it skimmed the back or it skimmed the front. Like it was a direct hit. I'm like, I think I'm concussed. It was like Halloween.
Stop it. I didn't know that part of the story. What were you?
Oh. We were hunters because we had no costume. So I was just like, oh, we'll just go get my dad's hunting stuff in the basement and wear it. I had one of those deer calls.
Stop.
Yeah.
I feel like other people would be grabbing it off of you to use it.
No, I was using it the whole time.
Of course. Did you attract men?
I was trying not to.
So that was 1 week. And then the next week, you were crying.
I was crying.
Yes, because you were pregnant hormones. Oh. And you were like, I don't think I can ever love another person as much as I love Ridge. Mm. It was so sweet. You were like, he's my best friend. You were so worried about having another baby and like loving them as much. Yeah. And I was like, she's a klutz, but she's so fun and she's so sweet.
You're like, I'm going to cry too. I don't remember that.
I was like, I want to be her friend.
Yeah, I just remember you being like funny and I was like, I like Krista. She's great.
Yeah, I mean, those Bible studies, literally the sentence in the Bible would be like, Jesus walked the gravel path. And the other girls would be like, this reminds me in Leviticus when, you know, and they'll pull something
or they're
out
like,
that I'm
this
like,
actually means, and it's like some kind of weird underlying thing. And I'm like, I thought he was just walking through a path.
I literally took that to mean he was walking on a gravel path.
Yeah.
They'd be like, but why did the author specify gravel? Because there wasn't asphalt at the time. I don't know.
Right, like gravel because he was going through a hard time.
Yeah, you know, gravel is like grappling, and that makes me think. I'm like, whoa.
I was like, whatever I understood. They're gonna tell me what I didn't understood.
Yeah, what I didn't understood.
What I didn't understood.
This, ladies and gentlemen, from the girl that takes a butt grunt to the to the bar.
I thought you said a butt grunt. I'm like, I don't want that.
So fast forward, here we are. Who you are as a person starts so early. Your what you enjoy, whatever. So I'm so curious to know about your childhood.
My childhood.
I just want to know, who were you like as a child?
Loud, probably. But I did go through like a shy phase.
Did you?
I feel like always growing up, because my brother, I only had one brother. He was a year older than me, so we were super close. And you know when you have a sibling that's that close, like your sibling raises you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm exactly like my brother.
Okay.
But I feel like he treated me like I was a younger brother.
Okay.
Like, you know how you see like brother and sister and they're like, oh, like sissy. Like, that was not what we had.
Protective? No.
Yeah, no. He's like, hey, we're playing paintball. You get the leftovers. Let's go. My household was very hardworking. My parents are still married. There's like literally no divorces in my family. I was the first disappointment.
Black sheep.
But yeah, my family was always really super hardworking. Mm-hmm. And my mom's side is like all farmers, very traditional.
Okay.
And then my dad's side is like a party.
Yeah.
We're all loud. We always say something weird and funny. But there's always, I think that's just like the quirkiness of like his family. But my dad was the scary uncle.
Okay.
Like even my cousins today, like I think one of mine's like 30 and she's literally still afraid of my dad.
Why? Like, what's scary about him?
He's just like intense, I guess, but sarcastic. But if you don't know that he's sarcastic, he was just scary to everybody, but obviously not me.
I do remember him having your boys go through like obstacle courses.
Yeah, that's like that was my childhood.
Yeah. Boot camp.
Yep.
He's military, right?
He's not, but
No.
everybody thought he was. My brother is military.
Okay.
So between the intensity of those two,
Right.
that's I think where I get my intensity. Where like,
Okay.
I mean, I'm sweet and friendly and whatever, but I have like that intensity that people are just like, why are you so fiery?
Right.
That's why.
So as far as like entrepreneurial spirit comes from, where did that stem, or like when did that start?
That really started, I would say, when my life like fell apart, and I was like, I'm sick of playing by everybody else's rules. I don't want to do this anymore. Whether it's job or I don't know, I just didn't want to. Everything I was doing based on what other people suggested, I feel like was just not making me happy. It was not turning out the way that I wanted, and I was just like, is this like what life is supposed to be?
So what were you doing before real estate?
So, well, when I graduated college, the economy was like in the recession.
Right. Yep.
So
Same.
there was no jobs.
Right.
So it didn't matter if you had a degree or not.
I remember being so scared there would be no teaching jobs, which is funny because now there is this great recession of like teachers leaving the field, but no new ones coming in.
Yeah.
I could have a pick of whatever job I wanted.
Right.
But in like 08, 09, to, all that. I mean, they would be like, oh, you have a nose ring, you're never going to get a teaching job. Like, I was convinced I was going to have to take my nose ring out.
Yeah.
I was convinced, like, you have to cover up your tattoos. Like, we were sold something so completely different than what we're living now.
And it doesn't even seem like it was that long ago.
It doesn't.
I was working and doing, like, marketing stuff, kind of part-time. So I got my real estate license. Yeah, I got licensed for both my personal training and real estate when I was pregnant with Ridge.
You're just throwing everything at it, and whatever sticks, sticks.
Yeah, well, my mom was in real estate, and she's like, I need help. And I'm
Right.
like, I don't really know if I want to do that, but I'll just do the course. So I did both of them. I was planning on doing more personal training, but then when I got pregnant with Sutton, I was like, I'm too sick to do it. And I just did real estate full-time ever since Ridge was born.
So I feel like you didn't have one particular, like, starting off as a kid, like, I want to be this when I grow up.
No, and
Your main motivation is freedom, would you say?
Yeah, but I don't think I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was younger. And I feel like the older I got, like as a teenager, I came from such a traditional family that I was like, okay, well, I'll just like be a mom.
Yeah.
I'll just be a housewife or whatever.
Right.
And hopefully whoever I marry has a decent job, but I still didn't even do that right. But like,
oops.
but I think I just always thought like I was going to be everybody's cheerleader in the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll cheer my husband on while he does whatever he's going to do. I'll cheer the kids on while they do whatever they're going to do. And like I'm just going to be everybody's supporter, which actually is really hard.
It's so hard.
But that plan just wasn't working out.
Right.
I was not married to a lawyer or a doctor.
Right.
And I was like, where are we going with this? What's going
Right.
on? And then after we got divorced and my whole life fell apart and I got ran over 700 times, I was like, I'm not working for anybody. Right. I'm not having expectations for anybody.
Right.
And I'm going to do what I need to do on my own because I'm the only person that's going to be able to get me and my kids where we need to be and where I want to be.
Yeah. So where you are now is more based off of a necessity. I have to be this person. I have to pursue these things because I need the freedom to take care of my kids and have the financial freedom. And I mean, that's a motivator. Rock bottom is like the ultimate motivator.
Yeah, and it's weird because everybody's rock bottom is different.
It is.
Like mine, I'm like, why couldn't have that been my rock bottom like years before my actual rock bottom? But I do think the more that I learned what I'm capable of doing, the more exciting it was. And it actually wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this because I have to, because like I need to provide for my kids and I need to, you know, make a life for myself.
Yeah.
Which is true, but it just got exciting.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I didn't even know I was capable of all these things. Like, I thought I was just going to be everybody's cheerleader forever.
Right.
It just made me realize that I think I'm actually way more capable than a lot of people because I never tapped out.
Yeah.
And so many people would have tapped out way sooner. But again, I think that comes from the toughness that I had growing up.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't allowed to quit.
Okay,
you weren't
I
allowed
wasn't
to be
either.
weak. You weren't allowed to be a sissy.
No.
Like,
no.
Tough it out.
And I talk about that in therapy too, because it's like, I was
think
raised,
it's good.
100%. You're not a victim. Stop. Like the victim mentality, I just don't.
That is my biggest pet peeve. I can't even listen to someone.
I can't prescribe to it. I mean, I get being able to like talk about what happened to you as a form of like, you know, because it's true. It's honest. It's true. It did happen to you. But then what? Then what do you do with that?
I can't deal with people who sit in the victim.
No.
And it's not even ever like that big of a problem. The people who've been through the worst shit don't have that mentality. I'm sure you're way nicer than I am with that, because I'm like, I can't listen to this. I cannot enable this. I'm not going to feel bad for you. I'm not going to tell you I feel bad for you. Get off your ass and freaking get tough. I can't do it.
I feel like there's two groups of people. Hard times can either make you better or bitter.
Yes.
And the bitter people, I don't even want to spend any time around them. People whose shit makes them better, I love those people. To me, those, like, I describe those people as smooth stones. Like, they've been thrashed around in the mud, in the water, and now they are a polished stone from that.
Yeah.
I love those people because...
Right, but the people that go and hide into a cave forever and feel horrible, it's like, okay, yeah, something bad happened to you. Something bad's happened to everybody, but like...
Literally,
you
every
chose
single
this.
person.
You chose this.
Right.
I don't feel bad for you. This was your choice.
What did you do to make it better?
Right.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
The world has gotten so soft now.
So soft.
I'm over the treat myself and me time shit. I'm over it.
Dating is like... Because literally, like, Britt...
They're
like,
weak.
Oh my gosh. Like I was telling you about that date I went on. This was like 2 years ago now. And the guy was talking about how he's a Swiftie.
Wait,
and like,
what is that?
Like they're a Taylor Swift fan.
Oh.
Like the outfit he did to go with his sister to see Taylor Swift.
Is he gay?
Girl, I don't know. Anyway, this is like a very common occurrence in dating.
Really?
Yes, men are soft. I shouldn't say all men. Like, I'm not the kind of person who's like, men can't have feelings, men can't go to therapy, men can't. It's not that. It's like,
I am not paying for you.
What? Girl, I just wanted to get out of there. I was like, I've got the bill.
Where'd you go?
I don't even remember.
Hooters.
No, this guy would not have gone to Hooters. Bless his little heart. Anyway, and I don't prescribe to like the toxic masculinity by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, do you know how to fix anything?
There's people that don't. Like, I'll show houses and they're like, oh, he can't do that. I'm like, he can't change a knob? What do you mean?
YouTube it. And I think also when you're the kind of person who has a just figure it out mentality, when somebody else doesn't have that mentality, it is draining. You're not that tired.
You're not that tired. I hate that I'm tired shit. I can't do it. I can't. Everybody's tired. Have you ever met someone that's like, I'm just not tired?
Yeah, I feel great.
I feel great. I'm tired mentally.
Sure.
But like everybody's tired. Everybody uses an excuse like, oh, I'll just do it later because I'm tired. And then they're pissed that their life sucks. Stop being tired. Stop telling yourself you're tired.
How do you manage taking care of yourself when you're this busy?
I feel like I don't need that much taken care of, which sounds weird. But after getting my ass kicked, I just feel like I don't need a huge break because that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like that time was so bad that even my worst day today, I just can suck it up, I guess.
Well, I feel like one of the forms of self-care, because self-care is not like, ooh, wear a mask and go out with friends. Like true self-care is like advocating for yourself.
Right.
And I feel like you're very good at advocating for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you'll say, these are my needs. Anthony, I need you to do this. Boys, I need you to do this. Like you will advocate for yourself. That's a form of self-care that you always do. You always work out every day. You are really good at the books you read are like not self-help books.
Oh, I love a self-help.
You love a self-help
I love
book.
a self-help.
So I feel like you do take care of yourself. Do you
I
think
just
you'll
do it
ever
while
burn out? Like maintaining.
There's sometimes where I feel like I'm just like, I'm burnt out today. I'm just like brain dead. I'm overstimulated and unwell. Like I'm just like,
So how do you take it easy on those days? Or do you not? You just push through?
I feel like my level of burnt out is so skewed now because I when I went through hell,
right,
that was burnout. Right. And that was all the shittiest burnout.
Yeah.
Like now it's like I'm burnt out, but I'm burnt out of things that like, there's good things going on that can burn me out. There's maybe bad things that can be intermingled in that. But back then, like everything was bad.
Yeah.
And it was like, just surviving.
Right.
Surviving the worst level of burnout because everything in my life sucked so bad.
So you have a better perspective because of what you've been through.
Yeah. Like I think I just have like a higher threshold of pain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, your tolerance is shifted permanently.
Yeah.
I think you could motivate a sock.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's your gift.
Okay.
You could motivate a sock. When I leave your house, I'm like, you know what? Forget that person and forget this, and I'm going to do this thing, and
really?
boom, 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 bing, bang, boom. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think we're both kind of that way. So when we're together, it's
we feed each other.
Yeah. You know what's funny about you though? Like we'll go out for brunch and we'll be like, I have this idea. And you'll be like, what do you think about X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3? And then I'll get back home and a week later, you didn't do A, B, C or 1, 2, 3. You did black, yellow, purple or something completely different than what we were talking about. And I'm like, what?
You're like, did you forget what we wrote down?
No, I feel like you just have to, like, you're an external like processor.
Yeah, but you're so strategic.
I try to be.
And you like know your shit. And I'm like, I don't know that. And then I just start backwards.
Like you were like, I don't like the podcast. You're like, I don't want to do like all this stuff. Like, I just want to keep it simple. I think you are minimizing for yourself this podcast.
I'm still minimizing it.
Why?
I mean, I'm minimizing it in the sense that like, it's a garage mixtape.
Okay, but those are bangers.
I agree. But I was like, I don't want to. So now are we getting into like why I started this?
Yeah, let's do it. Why did you start this? Where did this come from?
I swear people have been telling me since I was like 19 that I should have a TV show.
Sure.
And I should have a book. And I'm like, I am just getting warmed up. I remember in college, they're like, will you please go on The Real World? Like, you're going to be perfect. And I didn't even watch that show. I'm like, what's The Real World? Like, I didn't watch it.
Wasn't Theo Von on that?
I don't know.
You and Theo could have been friends. That would have been a wild mix.
What a missed opportunity.
Totally. You never know.
You never know.
Let's just manifest that.
Okay. So I was always told I should have a show just because I was doing ridiculous things all the time. And my family was like apparently hilarious and I had no idea. Like at my baby shower. Sorry, I'm getting off topic again. It was in my mom's backyard and everybody's like getting their cupcakes and they're like, why is your dad snorkeling in a pool? And I'm like, that's what he always does. What do you mean?
You're like, this is daily operating procedures, people.
Yeah, but like stuff like that. And then the more I talked about like life in college, like people were like, what is going on? Like this is the weirdest Duck Dynasty vibe.
No, for real.
Family of things that are just like, what?
Your reality.
That's my life?
You are polished and like put together and da-da-da-da-da, but you do come from Duck Dynasty.
Yes. So everybody told me I should have a show or I should have a book. You know, fast forward 15 years of way more stuff that happened. So my life was barely even started, even though I had done so much shit already. And then so finally now I'm telling my story on other people's podcasts. Right. And I kind of started doing it because like every time I would tell my story to people that I knew, like I would meet, like we moved here almost 3 years ago. So when I'm meeting new friends here and they're like, oh, like what's happening with your background, blah, blah, blah. If I ever share any of what I went through, they're like, what?
Dumbfounded, right?
Yeah, like, and I'm like, is it that weird? Is it that crazy? Like, I feel like I was, again, so desensitized to like how big the situation was because I lived it for so long.
Yeah.
So then I kind of was like, okay, maybe this was actually insane.
Yeah.
And I'm not crazy for being traumatized.
When you're in the middle, you don't have the perspective to zoom out and really observe how crazy it is.
Right. And especially when you're in survival mode for every
100%.
single day. So I started talking on other people's podcasts and I was kind of like, I'm doing this just to like practice what I'm talking about. Because again, can't tell a long story short.
Right.
There's so many details that are so important, but then a lot of times the podcast host doesn't ask you, like they only ask you specific questions. And a lot of them are boring. So then I'm like, what's up with all these lame hosts?
Call them out. Say it by name.
I don't even remember their names. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give it a go. We'll do one season. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do them all on my own. But I do have a really good network of people who have gone through different things. I know a lot of people who are business owners. Like I know a lot of people just personally that I don't have to seek.
Well,
that are great to talk about.
You're a very validating person. Like I feel like you're approachable, and then you're an active listener. Like if somebody's telling you their story, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, yeah, like you'll relate to it, or like that reminds me of such and such. Like you draw more out of people because of the way you listen.
I listen good?
I feel like you do.
That's so nice.
Because you'll be like, wait, why did they say that? Or what do you mean? You'll ask questions. Like you can tell that you're actively listening.
I need to know more.
Okay, so we talked about your childhood, right? Your family, your silly family, very hardworking. You went to college for something completely different than what you're in now. You danced in college, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, girl. All right. I didn't even know that side of you, really.
What?
Like I wasn't around for that.
No, I know. We'll see how long we're going to sit here. We'll be dancing in a couple of hours.
I will not be doing that.
You don't dance?
Not going to dance on your podcast.
Yeah, it's happening.
See, this is what I mean by you motivate people. You could motivate a sock. You're like, well, there's not actually another option. If I wanted to come over here with like a boohoo attitude, it would last 10 minutes before you would be like, you're done.
Really?
I think so.
My kids are desensitized to that. Actually, Sut loves a speech. Sutton loves a speech. So they're like, this is normal. They got it going in their blood too.
My mom used to say, like, if we were sitting on the couch, she'd be like, if you have time to sit down, you have time to get up and contribute to this family. There's always something to be done.
What are you contributing?
Oh, she'd be like, change over the laundry, get out dinner, start. Like, there was always something to be done.
Yeah.
Very,
efficient.
None of this, like, relaxing stuff.
I mean, my kids are relaxing their asses off. Let's be confused.
But I'm just saying, when you're motivational speeches, I'm like, yes, okay. Yes, You're right. Like, it feels like home to me. Like, I'm used to that.
You love it.
Okay, the show with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, I actually think you would like. It's so intense, but it's very motivational. I low-key think that you would have done awesome as a Dallas cheerleader.
Yeah, but I don't cheer. Do they cheer?
It's more dance.
Yeah. I don't know that. I mean, I lived that whole lifestyle of like dance studio and like the dance moms and like the intensity of girlness.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm set.
Which is weird because I was Duck Dynasty. That whole culture is just like not really my personality.
Yeah.
So like now
it's intense.
And like I literally danced for like 20 years. I grew up in that.
Yeah.
But I'm totally fine sitting in a freaking freezing bleachers with layers on and screaming at a football game. I'm actually the team mom for our football team this year.
Stop it. What does that mean?
That means I can go on the field and Martin Luther King the shit out of all the kids when they're sad. They don't know they actually just let me be the spokesperson.
Motivation by Britt Racine.
Yeah.
Okay, so in college you did dance. What else?
Study abroad in London. Can you imagine just throwing Duck Dynasty into London alone?
I would absolutely watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you studying in London, or what was the purpose of being there?
I went for a marketing program.
Okay.
But I really just wanted to go study abroad, and I was like, I can at least speak English. So I picked that one. And I had never been to Europe, and my family had never been to Europe.
Yeah, same.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to do London. That seems like I can manage it.
Okay, so you're there for like a semester or okay.
Yep. And I didn't know anybody. I knew no one. And that
you
was the
didn't
best
go
way
with
to
anybody.
Nope.
Okay.
I was the only person from my college. But yeah, I think going alone was the best thing I could have done. Because I feel like it was so like run away from everything that anybody ever assumed about you or like anything.
Fresh start.
Yeah, it was just like going and doing you.
Yeah.
With all people that don't know you in a totally different place. Like you don't know anything.
Yeah. So did you stay on campus?
Well, it's in downtown London. So
it's in downtown London. What was the name of the school?
University of Westminster.
Ooh, that sounds so fancy. Okay, so you stayed on campus in a dorm room. Did you have like
it wasn't really a campus. It was just a city.
Okay, you stayed in
a flat.
In a flat. Oh my goodness, you really were over there. And did you stay with somebody?
Yeah, I had like
flatmates,
6 or so roommates. I don't even remember. Every flat had like 5 or 6 bedrooms and then a kitchen.
Okay.
And like bathrooms that you shared.
Yeah.
But individual like 5 or 6 bedrooms and then like one big kitchen that everybody shared, which like clearly we're not cooking. I had like $5 and just only drank beer the whole time. But
solid.
Yeah. So it was like, I remember there was 2 guys that lived with me that were from my program and 1 girl that was from my program. So there was 4 of us Americans.
Okay.
And then there was maybe 2 other girls that were from like a different program that were also like foreign exchange students.
Okay.
But I feel like I don't even remember.
Okay.
And I feel like they just didn't talk to us.
I did a little study abroad situation. It was only like a month though in Guatemala.
Okay.
And part of it was like a homestay. So you can really see what it's actually like.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Wait, I want to do that right now. But like with Amish people.
What? I don't think you mean that.
No, I want to just go spend like a weekend with Amish and just like learn it. Like what's happening in the Amish?
Okay, so I grew up in a little town named Homer.
Yeah, I know.
And Amish are like predominant. Like we still have hitching posts behind restaurants for the Amish.
Yeah. Don't you ever want to do that? I want to just like a simple life, like Paris and Nicole version, but like with the random like Amish or like in another country, like just stay in your house for like a week and just learn what the hell goes on here.
I might make it 10 hours.
Why?
Oh,
they would be like, do you shut up? I'd have so many questions. I'd be like, did you make this butter?
They speak German half the time.
The Amish?
Yes.
Okay, well, only Google Translate when you can't have technology.
Man, okay, so like in Homer, some of the Amish kids were so inbred that they had to go to the public school to get help.
Why were they inbred? They can only bang other Amish?
Well, yeah, what do you think they're going to bang somebody like you off the streets? What? Of course they're only banging other Amish.
Oh, I just want to learn. I don't want to become Amish. But I need to just know what's happening in here.
I mean, I do see where you're coming from. It would be very enlightening. But I don't think I could make it a whole weekend.
Did you do that in Guatemala?
The homestay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed. It was wonderful. It was so nice. Did you dance while you were there?
No. I mean, I danced at the bar.
Sure.
But no, there was no abroad dance team.
How do you think that changed your perspective? Like Brit when she left America versus Brit when she came back?
Okay, Brit pre-London. I just wanted to go somewhere that nobody knew me.
Right.
Nobody had any idea who I was, what my life is, anything about me.
Yeah.
And that was the best part. Because I could finally like not have to fit into something that I felt like, oh, well, I need to be this because like that's what's in, or I don't want to do this because like that person doesn't approve of it.
Okay, see, that's that theme of freedom again that we talked about earlier.
So I just love freedom.
I think you like freedom. I really do. I think you like freedom.
I think I do. I felt the most myself that I think I ever did.
Wow.
Because I was able to leave everything that I'd ever gone through behind.
Okay.
And everything that I'd ever known behind.
Yeah.
And just be myself.
So what about you in London was different? Once you had that freedom and you didn't have eyes on you and you didn't have expectations, how were you different?
I don't know if I was necessarily different, but I just didn't feel pressured to be who I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I just didn't care because I didn't have anything to lose. So it's like however I was just enough.
Yeah.
For one.
Well, okay, so married life. How was it?
I mean, I was like a baby, I feel like. I was so young. I got married when I was 23.
That is so young.
My family was very like, okay, well, you can't live together if you're not married. And so I just did it because I thought that was like what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then I had all these expectations of like what marriage is supposed to be like, and then it just wasn't that.
So how long were you guys married all together?
We separated in 7 years in.
Okay. The 7-year itch, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
I
they
guess
say?
so. But I mean, it was already kind of going that direction for probably like 2 years before that.
So what would you say if you could, zooming out now, when you're not in the trenches, what could you say like bullet point were like the issues?
It was just not the right relationship.
Yeah.
And it just got worse and worse and it also, honestly, it really, really irritated me that he wasn't involved at all with the kids.
Okay.
And I'm like, how, like, these are the most amazing kids on earth. Like, how can you not want to do anything with them?
So you're disappointed in your ex, but also you're disappointed on behalf of your kids.
I think that was really the biggest thing for me because I'm like, I didn't get married to have kids alone.
Yes.
And I also was just pissed off for them because I was like, why don't you want a relationship with them?
Finances, I mean, they always say money is a huge issue in marriage. Like it can either bring you together or pull you apart. You felt like you were kind of carrying the family. That's a lot of pressure to be organizing the family, in charge of the kids, the breadwinner.
Everything.
Yeah.
In charge of everything. That's when he was like, okay, I'm going to buy this restaurant.
Okay.
So I was obviously like on board with that because I'm like, this sounds more promising. So, and I trusted that he knew what was going on with it.
Sure.
So
yeah, I feel like all women want to follow the lead of their husband, right?
Right. But I also was like, I don't why would I want to get involved in this? I'm already
Right.
raising a baby and a toddler,
Right.
with a job.
You're in
and
the trenches as a mom.
Like I was already like, cool. I hope this works good. Like I trust you that it's gonna be good. I'm supportive of it.
Yeah. I don't feel like you would ever expect another human to be perfect.
No. And there was times, and this was when I was like with you and we were doing the Bible study stuff and all that. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just supposed to like serve him more.
Right.
So then I'm like doing more nice things.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a Christian, but that is a very toxic Christian mindset.
Especially when you're like, I'm being served zero.
Right.
Except more bills and chores.
And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with the concept of like pouring into your significant other. But if they're not pouring anything back, how
Yeah, I also
do you
think that the
sustain
world is
that?
just different now.
What they call it now, trad wife.
What is it?
Traditional wife,
Oh.
but they call it trad. Trad wives are the ones that like cook sourdough and like pack their husband's lunch.
I think I wanted to be that. I was like, please
yes.
make me that. And then I
Yes.
just was not being made that. And I'm like, but I was still doing the things.
So this
I'm
is like
I'm
your
being
villain
trad-
era.
No, right now?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm villain era.
No, but it's like I wanted to be a trad wife and I didn't get to be, so now I'm going to be the baddest bitch on the block. I'm going to step on every other bitch's neck when I wake up. Nobody can keep up with me.
Not every brother bitch. I don't care what the bitches are doing.
Nobody can. Do you ever wake up and think like I should give the other girls like a day or two to catch up?
No, I don't think that.
Nobody can catch up with you.
Really?
Yeah, girl. What?
What are they catching up with?
You are just so motivated on top of things and boom, boom, boom. You are
I'm
like
not thinking of other people when I'm running in like
and
full
that's
pace.
that's why you're successful
Like
because
when
you're not
I'm
thinking about other
sprinting,
people.
I'm not looking behind and being like,
Right.
do you see how fast I'm running? Like I don't have time to do that.
That's why you're successful because you don't care about other people's thoughts and opinions and what they're doing.
Yeah, because I already swallowed all of those opinions and shit for so long, and I
Yeah.
was like, God, why the hell am I on like way below rock bottom?
Right. So you guys tried counseling.
No, we didn't. He
You
didn't wanna do
suggested it.
I just got tired of being like, why am I? This isn't what it's supposed to be
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
And then we had the restaurant, which was a disaster. Honestly, put more on my plate.
Right.
Because he would be like, oh, this person didn't show up, so I need you to come up. And like, I only knew how to make food. I literally only knew how to make food. I had no idea how to run it. I had no idea how to do anything.
The finances, the scheduling. Because
I
that
knew
was
how
all
to fill in for a crackhead when they didn't show up. That's it. But it was also so constant that it was like, okay, well, hurry up and get here. And then it's like, I have the kids and I'm showing, like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
And so now I had to randomly last minute find someone to take the kids or bring them there. Like there was at one point I'm like serving customers and my kids are both running around to the back, just like putting stickers up and down my entire body.
That's so exhausting as a woman. I cannot fathom.
But-
So you basically felt like a single mom.
I was a single mom my whole relationship. That's why when people are like, oh my God, how hard is it to be a single mom? And I'm like, I think it's easier than being a single mom in a relationship.
Yeah. Because like
Because
you
you're
said,
expecting somebody to do something and they just don't.
okay, so you guys are in this bad place. Okay, so the restaurant's basically crashing and burning.
I didn't know that though.
Well, your relationship's crashing and burning. These two things are happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you figure out that the restaurant was?
I think when he
SOL.
knew I was leaving, I think I wish I would have left and just been like, this is, I'm out.
Yeah.
We're done. Which I didn't want to do because I just felt like that was mean.
Sure.
I didn't want to do that.
To him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, how are you shook? Then he's like, okay, well, we need to sell the restaurant. And I'm like, sell the restaurant? Why? And he's like, because it's just like not doing well. And I'm like, is it not doing well because like you're not going to it? So I think once he knew that I was actually leaving,
Yeah.
like everything changed. He's like, let's go to counseling. Let's do da 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 da. And
Sure.
I'm like,
That's a
I'm
real
already
motivator.
a dead body. I am a dead body. You had 2 years to go, and there's nothing to
Nothing
revive.
else. No.
There's nothing to revive. And
So how did your family react to all this? Did you kind of keep them abreast to what was happening with your relationship? Or was it like you announced it to them how bad it was all of a sudden?
I mean, they knew that I was frustrated because I was
Okay.
like, why am I doing 75,000 things?
Yeah.
And paying for everything while you take a nap. I
Mm-hmm.
also wanted to do something kid with them.
Yeah.
So I'm taking them to the petting zoos. I'm taking them to like the painting the freaking mugs, whatever the hell they do.
Yeah.
Like all the time because I'm like, that's what they should do with their childhood. But it's
Right.
still tiring.
Exhausting.
Yeah. While I'm working and doing everything else. And it's like, I was frustrated because I'm like, why the fuck? At the end of the day, am I still the one that's putting them to bed?
Yes.
Making dinner, cleaning up dinner, getting everybody ready for school in the morning. I was like, no, like I'm done with this. Like I don't want to do this at all. And once that happened, he really got involved with like manipulating them and telling them that I had mental illness
and that I wanted to divorce him because I was mentally ill and I just needed therapy. He was saying it to my family.
Got you. Okay.
Just to scare the shit out of him.
Did they buy it?
Yeah.
What?
People that are good at lying are good at lying.
I mean, I do understand that.
Everybody's pressuring me and making me feel like shit about what needs to happen.
Right. So you would say your family was not, what do I want to say?
Supportive?
Yeah, they weren't supportive of the divorce.
No, they were like, this is going to be really bad. Don't do this, blah, blah, blah. Because like, he made them terrified.
And his family as well was not supportive.
I didn't talk to them about it because I felt like that's his side. They should be there for him regardless if he's right or wrong.
Right.
It's not my job to tell them that. So I didn't say anything because I was like, I feel like they should be there for you. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's my place to go over there. And so I just didn't do that. Everybody was terrified for a while, which obviously, and this is where I wish I would have just been like, go. We're done.
Yeah.
Just go. I don't mean this in a bitchy way, but it's just like not working. Just like,
well, hindsight's 2020. I
just didn't want to make him feel bad.
Isn't that interesting that women are so concerned about men's feelings that we often
I think
will
we care
bury
about
our
everybody's
own?
feelings.
We'll bury our own.
I mean, I'm not like that as much anymore, but I had to deal with all this shit.
You had to hit rock bottom.
Yeah, and this was friggin' not even close. Most of the time it wasn't like screaming and attacking because like, you know, I mean, I'm a fiery one.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was like more guilting, manipulative, controlling stuff. First I was like, I'll help you find an apartment. Like I'll buy you a TV. I'll buy you whatever furniture
Oh my
you
God.
need.
Like,
I
can't
was
stand
so
us
nice.
as women. That's the kind of thing us women do. This is ridiculous.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to be mean.
I've been there too.
And I didn't want my kids to have to like go live in a piece of shit.
Right.
So, which that's not in your control, which is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Even if you do give them money to do it, they're going to spend it on something dumb anyways.
Right.
So that was a Band-Aid ripoff, whatever. And then it just got nastier and nastier and nastier. And then I had the restaurant because he said, I'm never going back there.
So he just says to you, I'm never going back there. And so you showed up one day trying to figure out what to do?
Well, I actually showed up because I was getting my son food because I was picking him up from Vacation Bible School.
Okay.
And
well, that's a shitty mom thing to do.
Such a shitty mom thing to do, right? So I was like, hey, and they're like, we haven't seen him in months. And I'm like, you haven't seen him in months? What? Which he had gotten like a part-time job with my brother.
Okay.
Which is also manipulative. Like, let's not
sugarcoat
that as something.
Yeah.
Like
finding a way to stay integrated with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh no, he was just trying to make money because you made him make money. I did not do that. He was like, I don't want to work at this place anymore. He's like, I'm never going back to this place. I mentally can't handle it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, well, we're legally bind to it. So what do you mean?
Right.
So I was like, fine, I'll deal with the schedule because I feel like, how are these kids supposed to know when they're working and like plan their life?
Right.
And that turned into me running the entire thing.
So you're full-time momming. Mm-hmm. You are going through a separation at that time or a full divorce. Mm-hmm. You're trying to figure out how to separate your assets. You're a realtor. Mm-hmm. And you're running a restaurant.
That I didn't know how to run.
Right.
And I shouldn't have been running. Full of crackheads.
Oh my God. I remember one time we were hanging out.
Was this during that time?
And you were talking about something. You were like, oh my God, the restaurant. You had forgotten something that you needed to do for the restaurant. And I don't know why I thought it was so funny at the time because there was so much chaos and hecticness going on that you had forgotten that there was like a whole restaurant you needed to attend to.
I know everybody's like, aren't you so traumatized about this whole franchise experience? And I'm like, yes, but that was also like the lowest thing on like my trauma totem pole at the time.
Right. So, okay, would you say that was rock bottom at that point? Or when did
I went rock bottom hard. I went rock bottom maybe like a year later.
Okay, what happened a year later?
It was still all the same stuff. It just spiraled and worse.
Okay. So at your rock bottom, what was happening? Where were you at mentally? What was happening physically around you and what was happening for you mentally?
I couldn't do anything at all. Like I could do nothing because I was legally bound to this restaurant that I had to pay thousands of dollars a week just to keep open to avoid getting fined. I was being attacked in the courtroom over the most ridiculous lies I've ever heard, which was actually the worst part.
Okay.
Because I'm like, you're telling me I'm this great mom, blah, 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 and then you just make up a story and throw it at me because you have a horrible, like, resume.
I think the hardest part of that is that somebody that when you went to the altar you genuinely thought you were going to kick life's ass together and you thought that was going to be your best friend?
No, I didn't even give a shit about that, actually.
I think that would be such betrayal.
It was betrayal because I'm like, you know that I've never cared about anything in life more than these kids. You know it, they know it, everybody else knows it.
Yeah.
And you're going to attack me as a parent?
Of course they're going to weaponize.
You look like a shitty parent?
Right. They're going to weaponize the thing that would hurt you the most.
Right.
How many times did you guys have to go to court?
For 2 straight years. 2 solid years of going.
And did it get to the point that you were like trying to like keep evidence of like things that were said?
Oh yeah, you have to document everything. I'm still looking over my shoulder every day.
That's so, to feel paranoid.
I'm less paranoid now because I'm like, I don't know what you would do to try to rip me down now.
Yeah.
Because my resume is freaking stacked.
Right.
As a parent.
Right.
But you still look over your shoulder every day because no matter what you do, somebody's like, oh, we can make it look like this is what she was doing.
Yeah.
We can make it look like this was her intention of it.
Right. Were you ever concerned you were going to lose the boys?
Oh, yeah.
Like fully lose them?
Yeah, because when he moved out, he said, I'll only do every other weekend because I cannot handle more than that. And I know that. And then he got an attorney and filed for full custody.
Are you serious?
And then asked me to pay alimony and child support.
So when you received that news, what was your like body's reaction to that?
Breakdown.
Full. Yeah.
Full breakdown. Because it doesn't even matter. The court doesn't know me.
Right.
The court doesn't know the track record. I don't know if they're even going to believe the track record because he's now making up a track record that is not the real track record.
Right.
And I have to prove that that track record is fake. But I'm not allowed to talk. I'm only allowed to say yes, no.
Are you serious?
So it's like...
See, I've never been to court. I've never experienced this.
It's horrible because the court system doesn't give a shit about you. If you don't know, they don't care.
Yeah.
And they will absolutely give custody and responsibility to people who cannot even take care of a freaking rock. So I had to agree to much worse than I deserved in the beginning. I mean, I still had more, but I had not what was justified or what was normal for the kids or us.
Yeah.
But that was the only way he could hurt me.
Yeah.
Because he could call me a bitch all day. He could call me a piece of shit all day. I didn't care.
Right.
But like he knew that the only way he could hurt me was by taking them from me or by manipulating them or whatever it was. So that was the hardest thing, to just have no control over that. But maybe like a year or so in, he couldn't sustain the schedule that he begged for.
Okay.
Which I knew was going to happen, which is why I was like, why are we agreeing to this? Like, this is never going to work. Like a year or so in, when we moved here, we switched the school district and then they just reopened everything.
Okay. Your case in court.
And by then he had not, then it mattered more of like, what have you done since then?
Right.
So it's just been modified a lot since then. And now I have probably like 90%.
And I feel like also temperaments have probably calmed a little, would you say?
No.
I
wish. Sometimes I feel like they go up and down.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
I feel like when a
this
separation,
is logistics, this is whatever.
Right.
This is what it needs to be.
Factual. When would you say your family kind of came around? Did they ever come around?
Earlier on.
Okay.
Like within the first 6 months.
Okay. I can't have fathomed not having my family back me up.
They didn't understand though. And I also knew how good he was at lying. So I'm like, obviously you guys are going to believe everything he says. He's a good ass liar.
They finally put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah. I feel like my mom was more scared. My dad was like traveling and whatevering.
Yeah.
So he just did his thing. My sister-in-law, so my brother's wife, was like actually always on my side.
Yeah, okay.
And she was the only one that had divorced parents.
Okay.
So she was like, it's not the end of the world. And she really advocated for me, actually.
I think your parenting is going to be completely impacted by this experience. Like, I've seen so often good people in my life are the person they needed in their childhood. Like, I needed somebody to stand up for me and believe me and be on my side. And now that's the person you're going to be with your boys.
Right.
Okay, so your divorce, would you say that was absolute rock bottom? Where was your rock bottom at?
I mean, I think I sat on rock bottom for quite a while, but definitely the torture that I was put through the divorce was the worst of it. But the restaurant was like another
contributing factor.
Hell that was included. Yeah. So I had my attorney quit, actually. he didn't quit, but he just like gave up on me because like my ex's attorney was so psychotic and just like lying all the time and screaming and like missing court dates and acting like they didn't know about it, but they knew about it because like he had other problems going on that they didn't want to surface. And so I had to get a new attorney. Well, the court gave us like a court appointed counselor that we were supposed to like mediate through.
Okay.
And she worked with each of us individually. And so she was going to testify and they wouldn't let her testify actually.
Why? Who wouldn't let her?
Their side, the other side.
How do they get to decide that? I don't understand how courts work.
If the client doesn't say you can talk on my behalf, it's a confidentiality breach.
So frustrating.
Which
for
I
you.
feel like should kind of count as something. Because if she was like, I want to talk on her, I would be like, okay, I'm not worried about anything.
Right.
The only people who are telling you to shut up are the people who
Right.
you have something
to
about,
hide.
which I'm dealing with now. But yeah, so I was given a different attorney who specialized in the situations that I was going through.
Like the court assigned them to you? You didn't hire them?
No, they were recommended
Okay.
from the whole like CPS stuff and whatever.
Oh, CPS stuff?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Got it. Okay.
So anyways, they gave me this other guy who would be able to combat the aggressiveness of the other attorney.
Okay.
He was just cocky and annoying, honestly, but I was like, I don't even care. Just like somebody help me.
Right.
I'm drowning on 17 different levels.
Right.
No one's helping me. Just do your job. I don't know what I'm doing. Like save me, basically, at any level. And I feel like he really didn't do a whole lot. He barked a little bit about himself, but he didn't really do a whole lot. And then I found out that he actually was being debarred for getting DUIs and sexually assaulting his clients
Okay.
during my trial and all that.
No, thank you.
So that's why I had to take every beating to the face
Right.
in the courtroom and outside of the courtroom. I was the front line. Like if you're talking Normandy, I was the front bitch
Right.
every day.
And you had no one to represent you?
No, the people I paid to represent me also stood behind me. So like nobody's taken a beating to the face like I have
Right.
on every level for as long as I did. So
You were failed on so many levels.
yeah. So that's why I'm also like, when we get into the intensity and why I get intense and why I
Right.
get fiery, who the hell is going to stand in front of me?
Right.
Nobody that I'm not tougher than at this point.
Right.
So that, and I don't want that. I don't want it to be like that, but that's what I have learned.
Yeah.
So he did nothing, and I took every beating in the face, and then he went to jail. And I found this out because I met his wife at a bar.
Talk about the most random.
Why does this happen to me?
Right.
I meet friends.
How
everywhere
did
I go.
you know that that was his wife? Like, how did that come out?
She was like just living her best life at this bar, and we were just chilling, and I'm like, whoa, homegirl is like, she is here for the night.
Right.
And
You can tell when somebody's going through something at a bar.
Yeah, and which, whatever, no judgment to her.
No.
She's just having fun, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I walked by her or something. I don't know. Somehow she approached me, or I don't think I said anything because I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just not approaching.
Yeah.
But if you approach, I'm here to talk.
Right.
So she must have said something to me, and she's like, yeah, I'm like going through a divorce right now. It's horrible. And I was like, oh my God, I just went through a divorce. It sucked. And she's like, yeah, well, I'm divorcing a divorce attorney, so it's terrible. And I was like, who's your husband?
Yeah.
And she told me, and it was my attorney that I had just finished with. And she was like, oh, did you like sleep with him? And I was like, ew.
No, ma'am.
No. And she's like, oh, because he did with like most of his clients. And like he did hit on me all the time.
Sure, but Britt, you're beautiful. Like, who doesn't?
But I was like, can you just shut your mouth and freaking do something that I need
just
you to
need
do?
help.
I don't
Yeah.
give a shit that I look cute in court or whatever the hell you're saying.
Right.
Like, just do something.
Yeah. I need my kids
so
more than I
apparently
need my
he was like
compliments.
sexually assaulting his clients and got a DUI because then when we went to court, obviously the last time, the attorney that I hired was like, oh yeah, like you're probably going to be investigated in his like sexual assault, like criminal trial. I was like, good. I really can't wait for that to be
on an open wound.
Oh yeah.
Just more shit piling.
And never said anything about it. Like I could have probably have a lawsuit to sue him
Right.
for misrepresenting me and not
Right.
disclosing that to me, but I was so traumatized of just dealing with court that I was like, I don't even care. You're
Right.
an idiot.
Right. So that was more
So
rock
that was
bottom.
more. And then obviously with the restaurant, I was getting screwed over by every high up person in the franchise that was like, we're trying to help you, but really they were just trying to bankrupt you so that they could take it from you. So
Did you sell? How did you get
I
out
had
of
to
that?
close it.
Okay.
You know the story, right?
Vaguely.
I had to close it because I tried to sell it to somebody for 30 grand,
Oh my gosh, that's abysmal.
which we bought it for 250.
Right.
And he bailed on it 2 days before closing.
Again, shit.
After
on
I
top
spent
of shit.
thousands of dollars to like fix things and
Right.
$5,000 in a transfer fee the day before. It was non-refundable or transferable. So even if I got another buyer, I couldn't give it to him. I had to pay another $5,000.
So at this point, your bank account is at zero. Your
I was, like-
tolerance is at zero.
My tolerance is like negative 7,000. And I had one employee. We need to bring him on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I want to hear from him.
Maybe I'll do a whole mini series.
Was he the only one that wasn't a crackhead?
He was the best. He's the most loyal human I've ever met.
Bless his heart.
He was like 60. He still texts me every holiday.
Stop it.
He drove to this. He would bring his lawnmower in the back of his G6 to the restaurant to cut the grass.
Oh, what a precious man.
Yeah.
Talk about people who are soft. That is not a soft man. That is a mentally...
He is not a soft man. Yeah. We need to have him on.
We should.
He's like my best friend.
What's his name?
Terry.
Come on, Terry. Back
Terry
it up,
Bear.
Terry.
Oh, yeah. We need Terry.
Okay. We'll have Terry on.
I'm like, do you have friends? I need more workers. He's like, you're my only friend.
Stop.
And I'm like, okay, so we just did our thing. If I didn't have Terry during that time, holy shit, my whole life would have imploded. I mean, it already was imploded, but like the last little like tiny thread I had
Right.
was only Terry.
Right.
He held that shit together.
So you and Terry are together at rock bottom.
Yeah.
And, okay, so I feel
He was
like
with me the whole time. He was with me the whole time.
you got to send him holiday cards.
I sent, yeah, all the time. I sent him pictures of the dogs. He's always
Aw.
like, how are the boys? Yeah.
We love Terry.
All the time I would make him meatloaf.
Was that his favorite food?
He just loved food.
Oh.
But he like broke all the rules and made it his own playground. And at that point, I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
The door's
I mean,
open. I don't give a
honestly.
shit what you make here.
Right. Okay, so I want to know how you crawled back from rock bottom, but I feel like that's next episode.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be continued.
This will have to
The
be
comeback.
continued, which I feel like, to be fair, you gave us the abridged version.
Oh, there was way worse things. I could give details that would haunt you.
And I think that's
I'm
what
actually
the people
haunted
want.
by a lot of them.
I think that's what the people want.
Yeah, well,
Mini series to come.
mini-series to come of like the deep depths of hell.
This was just a light introduction.
Yeah, this was just the Cliff Notes.
Okay, Cliff Notes. I like it. All right, next episode.
Let's move to the comeback.
All right, let's do it.
Be sure to tune in next week as we talk about crawling out of rock bottom and how I got from there to here. I have all my socials and Krista's socials in the show notes in case you want to follow us on social media or connect with us. Please feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you've listened to this episode. I love talking to people who have been listening along and just hearing their perspective of this and their takeaways from all of these different episodes. So I love connecting with you. Please reach out if you are listening and let me know. We are clawing our way out of rock bottom next week.